Hi, good morning, children. Let us study a poem today. As I Grew Older by Langston Hughes. Take the textbook, all of you, page number 67. Take the textbook, all of you, page number 67. We'll see about the poet, about the poem, etc. and other details at the end of the poem. It is an interesting poem for you too. Let's go directly into the poem. The first line. It was long time ago. I have almost forgotten my dream. Yes, it was long time ago, says the poet. Long, long years before, I had a dream. I had a dream. Now I have almost forgotten my dream. Now I have almost forgotten my dream. I had it once upon a time, long time ago, when I was a child. Yes, when I was a child, I had a dream. Now I have almost forgotten my dream. But it was there then. It was there once upon a time when I was a small child. Yes, it was there in front of me. The dream was there in front of me when I was a child. Bright like a sun. My dream was as bright as a sun. Like a sun, like comparison, similarity. The figure of speech is simile. As you know, you have studied already, is it not so? So simile, comparison between two things. Yes, like a sun. My dream was as bright as a sun. Yes, the poet says, it was long time ago. I had a dream long time ago. Now I have almost forgotten my dream. It was there then. Then it was there. My dream was there in front of me. I mean, bright like a sun. As bright as a sun. My dream is my dream. And then the wall arose. There rose a wall between me and my dream. Rose slowly, slowly, slowly and slowly between me and my dream. Did you understand the meaning? Just imagine you were a nursery child. Imagine how you were when you went to your nursery class, LKG or UKG. Is it not so? Even first standard, you went with your friends from the neighborhood, together with water bottle, other items. Sometimes your parents accompanied you, sometimes you were alone. And you went together with the other children of the neighborhood. You talked together, you exchanged things, even eatable items, sweets, etc. Especially. You exchanged and you ate. You never thought the other one was a boy or a girl. In the class, you sat together with the boys and girls. There was no discrimination. You never felt any difference between a boy and a girl. Is it not so? You were happy to share your things with others, whether it's a boy or a girl. You are happy to share your things. I mean, like slate pencil, color pencil, your textbooks and notebooks. You are happy. You never found any difference between a boy and a girl. And you felt all are equal. You never inquired whether he belonged to a rich family or a poor family. whether he belonged to this caste or that caste or this place or that place. No difference. All were equal. The society of equals. All were equal there. In such a way, the poet had a dream. Yes, when he was a child, all were equal. And he imagined about a society where all are equal. There is no injustice, no discrimination. That is a dream. A society of equals. All are equal before the eyes of law. But in practical life, do you feel that equality? No. Imagine once again how you were when you were in nursery class. You talked nicely, you sang together, you played together. You never felt the other child is a boy or a girl. Slowly, as you grew up, you moved from LKG, UKG, first standard, slowly. What happened? You were made to sit separate, boys on one side, girls on the other side. There was a gap between boys and girls. Actually, it was not a gap, it was a wall. Is it not so? The gap between boys and girls, it was not a gap at all. It was a wall. It slowly began rising. And there was a big wall between boys and girls. Even at home, you were told by your own parents, no, he's a boy. Don't go near him. Especially girls. Girls should not go very near to boys and should not talk to them too much. And when a girl talked to when you grow up, when you are grown up, not that much. When you are in 5th standard, 6th standard, by the time you are very often reminded by your mother, no, you are a girl. The girl is not as equal as a boy. Is it not so? Even 21st century, do you feel that all are equal? I don't think so. No real equality between boys and girls. There is a wall between. It began growing up and up. Yes, that separated you. You see, gender discrimination. Discrimination in the name of sex, caste, creed, many are there. But here it is. Gender discrimination you felt when you grew up. Is it not so? All are not equal. And many other discriminations you found in life as you grew up. Caste, creed, belief, wealth, power. In many ways you are separated. You are discriminated. You are not as equal as everybody else. You found there is a wall between. Yes. There's a wall that divides, separates, discriminates between you and another one. It may be in the name of sex, caste, creed, belief, faith, wealth, whatever be. There is separation. There is discrimination. In the same way, the poet finds that his dream was there once upon a time when he was a child. As he grew up, there rose a wall between me and my dream. And the wall rose slowly between me and my dream. Rose until it touched the sky. It rose high and high until it touched the sky. Yes, see the wall. I found the wall, the shadow. I am black. He realizes that he is a black man. Yes, he realizes that he is a black man. And he says, my dream, the dream of a Negro is different from the dream of a white man. He owns his dream. It is my dream, the dream of a Negro. When I say my dream, I remember the great speech by the savior of Negroes, Martin Luther King. I have a dream. He says that I have a dream when my children shall be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Yes, my children should not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. once said Martin Luther King, standing in the shadow of Lincoln Memorial. Who gave them freedom? Abraham Lincoln. Is it not so? Yes. Standing on in the shadow of Lincoln Memorial, he announced that he had a dream. Wonderful speech it was. Even now it is repeated. Speaking about the freedom of the Negroes. But do you feel that the Negroes are free even now? Even in America, the oldest democracy, America. So we the Indians, are proud to say we are the largest democracy. In both these countries, do you feel that people are free? I don't feel so. Is it not so? Yes. Even in America, in 21st century, I remember one George Floyd. If my memory serves right, it was May 25th or something last year. A Negro was killed, not simply killed. A policeman knelt on his neck. He kneeled on his neck and suffocated him to death. And his last words were, "Please, I can't breathe." There was great violence in the name of that, because the words echoed everywhere. "I can't breathe." A Negro says in America that he is unable to breathe. Yes, that breathing is water. He is not able to breathe breathe the freedom there. He is unable to breathe freedom there. He is not as equal as the white people in America. There was great violence there. Later on it was suppressed. There is another story. Of course, law and order problem, when it comes irrespective of the caste and creed, government has to act. But even in 21st century, the oldest democracy in America, in the world, America cannot claim that all are equal there. America cannot claim. Then what about India? We cannot at all claim that all are equal here. Can we say all are equal here? No. In India, what happens? All are equal, some are more equal than the others. These words are from Animal Farm by George Orwell. You may have heard of him, George Orwell. He says to make a mockery of the government of Russia or USSR. He said, all are equal but some are more equal. Same thing happens in India. What happens? Do you feel all are equal here? No. In theory, everybody is equal. But in practice, all are not. No, there is no real equality here. Yes. So when you are a child, you will have great dreams about your future. When you are a child, is it not so? Great dreams about your future. You imagine a society where all are equal. Everybody has equal opportunity, equality, everything is there. Equality, fraternity, liberty, all things are there. You imagine. But slowly, you realize that it is only imagination, not in reality. In the same way, the author says that I had a dream. Dream of, equality, fraternity, etc. and etc. But as I grew older, our poem, as I grew older. Yes, he says that as I grew older, I realized that my dream is not a real one. See, I am black, it is my dream. And he differentiates the dream of a black man from that of a white man. That's the reality, is it not so? I think now you have understood the meaning of the poem. Let us see once again. It was long time ago. How meaningful that is. It was long time ago. I have almost forgotten now I have almost forgotten my dream. But it was there then. It was there. My dream in front of me. My dream was there in front of me. Bright like a sun. As bright as a sun. So it is his dream. He owns his dream and says, it is my own dream. My dream. My dream. And then the wall rose slowly between me and my dream. rose until it touched the sky. It began rising and rising and rising until it touched the sky. It separated me. I am black. Yes, the wall, the shadow, the wall that separated me from the other people, the white people. I am separated, I am discriminated. The shadow and the wall. I am black. I realized that I am a black man. A black man's dream is different from that of a white man. I realize that there is no real equality. My dream is different from others' dream. I am a black man. That's our story. That's our story. As I grew older, I realized that my dream is different from that of others. There's a wall between me and others. That is my dream. Yes. I lie down in the shadow. You see? I lie down in the shadow of that wall. The wall that separated me from the others. White man and black man. No longer the light of my dream before me. I can't get the light of my dream before me because the wall separates me from others. Yes. No longer the light of my dream before me or above me. I can't get the light of my dream before me or above me. Only the thick wall. Only the wall that discriminates, separates me from the others. A black man is separated. A black man is discriminated. Yes, I find that there is a big wall that separates me from the others, from the white man especially. Only the shadow. Only the shadow, no light, because the wall separates me. Only the shadow. Yes, that's the first part of it. I find there is a wall between me. That wall separates me. I am in the shadow of that wall. There is no real equality. There is no real justice. I am a black man and my dream is quite different from that of others. Now, what he does, my dark hands, the dark hands of a Negro, break through the wall. I try to fight and break through the wall to get the light of my dream, of the bright sun. Yes, I fight against it with the tooth and nail. I fight against this discrimination, injustice. My dark hands, my strong hands, I fight to break the wall and get the light back. I try to break the wall. As I repeat, I try to break the wall. Because I am in the shadow, I cannot get the light because I am separated by the wall. I want to break that wall and get back the light which I had once. The light from my dream is lost forever and forever. I want to get it back. Yes, the light of the sun I want to get back. So I fight and try to break the wall. I try to break the wall and get back my dream. Break through the wall. I want to break the wall and get the dream back, get the light back, and break the wall of injustice that separates me from the others. And find my dream. I am trying to break the wall and find my dream because I am separated by that wall, in that shadow I am now. I want to break the wall and get my dream and find my dream. I want to get it back. Help me to shatter this darkness. Oh God, help me to shatter this, to break this darkness. Darkness of injustice, darkness of inequality, darkness of segregation, darkness of discrimination. See, oh God, help me to shatter, to break this darkness. Darkness of discrimination, darkness of inequality and injustice. To smash this night of darkness, I want to smash and break and come to the light of the bright sun. Oh God, let me be able to break the wall and get the light once again. Help me to break this wall and get the light once again. Help me to shatter this darkness, to smash this night, to break this shadow into 1,000 lights of sun. Yes, let me break this wall and get the light of freedom, justice, etc. and etc. You see, the light into 1,000 lights of sun, so bright as not one sun, thousands of suns. Yes, if at all I can break that wall, I can get back that light, get back that freedom. If at all I can break the wall, I can get back that brightness, that shining light of sun. Yes, that is what he really believes. It is worthwhile to fight for one's dream in spite of all the difficulties, dangers and problems. That's what our poem is. So no matter what happens, he doesn't bother. Don't worry what happens. Fight for your freedom. Fight for your rights. Fight for your dream. If you have a dream, fight for it till the last. And when the dream is achieved, you will get the light of the sun, as bright as 1,000 of sun shining together. That is what I want to get back, the light of the sun, as bright as 1,000 of suns shining together. The optimism is that one can fight for his dream and attain and achieve it one day. There will come a day when you achieve the dream, when you are successful in getting back your dream and get the light of the sun. When you get it back, it will be as bright as 1,000 of suns shining together. Yes, to break this shadow into 1,000 lights of sun, into 1,000 whirling dreams of sun, into 1,000 whirling means moving around, dreams of sun. And when once you achieve that dream, it will shine like the shining light of thousands of suns. So it is worthwhile, it is meaningful, it is valuable, it is quite suitable to fight for one's dream and achieve it. That's what our poem is. The poet realizes that as he grew older, there was a war that rose between him and his dream, and he was not unable to achieve his dream. And he wants to fight it with all his ability and get by his dream, and he believes that once he gets his dream, it will be shining as bright as 1,000 of suns. That is our poem. Once again read that poem, go through it 1 minute and see if any difficulty is there, whether you have understood it or not. Once see that, yes. First he says, it was long time ago, long before, years before I had a dream, when I was a small child. I almost forgotten my dream. Now I have almost forgotten it. It was there then, it was there. In front of me, bright like a sun. My dream was in front of me, bright like a sun. Yes, my dream. He says, it is my dream of a Negro. And then the world rose slowly between me and my dream. The world began rising between me and my dream. Rose until it touched the sky. It began rising until it touched the sky. The wall, the shadow. I am black. Now I realize that, I am black. I realize that. Now I realize that I am black. Yes, I lie down in the shadow. Now I am lying down. I lie down in the shadow. No longer the light of my dream before me. I can't get the light of my dream before me. Before me or above me. Only the thick wall that gives me darkness. See, I am in darkness because I am in the shadow of the thick wall. I am in darkness because I am in the shadow of the thick wall. Only the shadow. My hands, my dark hands, the strong and dark hands of a Negro, break through the wall. I try to break through the wall. Find my dream and get back my dream. Find my dream. Help me to shatter this darkness. Oh God, help me to break this darkness, to smash this night. I want to break this night of darkness, to break this shadow into a 1,000 lights of sun, to break the shadow into a 1,000 lights of sun, into a 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. Turn the page, some more explanation about the poem. See that page number 68, second paragraph. As I grew older, carries a theme that no matter what stands in the way of someone's dream, no matter whatever stands in the way of someone's dream, he can always find his dream. One can always find his dream and fight for it. No matter what happens, what stands in between a man's dream and him, he can always fight for his dream and achieve it. That's our story. Read once again. No matter, you see, what stands in the way of someone's dream, whatever happens, whatever is the obstacle, the difficulty, the danger, the obstacle, the hindrance, yes, he can always find his dream and fight for it. He must fight and get his dream. No matter what stands between him and his dream, he can always fight for his dream and get it and achieve it. Throughout the poem, Hughes refers to different symbols to show the barriers between the blacks and the whites in American society. Yes, he gives many symbols, you see, to show the discrimination, the barriers between the blacks and the whites in American society. As I told in the beginning, the oldest democracy in the world, there's no real equality. There's a difference between black people and white people even now. He uses imagery to describe his own ability to overcome prejudice in the society. He wants to overcome all the prejudices. Langston Hughes ends his poem by describing the dreams to become of sun, as bright as sun, and to show that his dream may still be too far to reach, even though the dream is too far away to reach. But when reached, will shine brighter than all the dreams ever to come true. When once it is reached, it will shine like anything, as bright as thousands of suns shining together. When once you achieve it, you can achieve one day. Fight for it, no matter whatever be the obstacles and hindrances. The light from the sun is seen by Hughes again. It is as if his dreams were reunited. Once you break the wall, you can reunite with your dream once you achieve it. Break the wall, the hindrance, the shadow, the darkness. Then you can achieve your dream and get your dream back. Then it will shine like thousands of suns shining together. In the beginning of the poem recalls a dream he had long ago. In the beginning, he remembers the dream he had, and which he had nearly forgotten. He had a dream when he was a child. Now it is almost forgotten. But now he can see it ahead of him once more. Now he is able to see the dream, not reality, once more. This is fairly straightforward symbolism. It is real symbolism. The poet's dream first appeared bright like the sun. First it was so bright as the sun itself. Because as a child, he was not aware of what was actually happening around him. Being a child, he was quite unaware of what was happening around him. In the beginning, he said, no, equal with anybody else. He was not aware of the fact that all are not equal in his society. He could not realize various social and racial obstacles. He did not realize. He could not realize social and racial, black and white race, obstacles, hindrances that might come in his way, achieving his dreams, that might come as a wall, as a shadow that prevents him from achieving his dream. The poet owns his dream. He owns, it is my dream, and differentiates it from that of the white people. As he differentiates his dream with the dreams of white people, and hence he says, my dream. That's why he says, it is my dream, dream of a black man. The poet represents all African Americans, Afro-American. One became the President of America, Barack Obama. He was also from Africa, African origin, but American actually. Okay, na? Afro-American. Yes, African American. Where is that? Yes, see, where is that? Who had to relinquish their dreams. There are many Africans, many Negroes who had to relinquish their dreams. He became aware of his status as a second-class citizen. He realizes that in America, he is only a second-class citizen. Second-class citizen. There is no equality. Real equality does not exist there. Yes, mark that lines, 2 lines. The poet represents all African Americans. He is the representative of all African Americans who are relinquished their dreams. He became aware of his status as a second-class citizen. A wall of injustice, underline that, a wall of injustice. That's a wall real, not a real wall. A wall of injustice, inequality and discrimination is rise up to gradually block the sunlight. The wall of injustice rose, and the wall of injustice was blocking the sunlight. The bright light of the sun is blocked by the wall of injustice, inequality and discrimination. All he can see is a thick wall and the shadow. Only what he could see was the thick wall and the shadow. Hughes deliberately uses the symbol of a shadow as a way to actualize his blackness, to make his blackness a reality. He is a dark man standing in the shadow. Okay now? Because his race is the barrier. His race, that he is a black man, is a barrier, is an obstacle that is keeping him from achieving his dream. That prevents him from achieving his dream because he finds that there is no real equality in the state he lives, in the place he lives. Yes. So you can carry on reading the remaining part of the poem. I put explanation. I hope you have understood. I don't think that no more explanation required. Or little more you see. As the poem progresses, the poet's listlessness and apathy, carelessness means neglect. You see, and apathy means indifference, turns into determination and vigor. Now he is determined and vigorously fights for his dream, creating a shift of energy. The speaker forcefully commands his dark hands to break through the wall. He desires to fight for his dream and break the wall of injustice so he can access his dream, achieve his dream. He is no longer willing to let it languish beyond his grasp. He wants to shatter this darkness, to break this darkness and smash this night. Hughes uses this violent language to show that he is suddenly empowered and feels no equivocation of anxiety about what he must do. He is not in doubt as to what to do. He knows what to do. Fight for his dream and achieve it. No matter what is obstacle, fight for it. It is worthwhile to fight for one's dream. And when it is achieved, it will shine like thousands of suns shining together. That's our poem. Okay, na? I hope it is clear to you. Now see about the poet. James Mercer Langston Hughes, 1902 to 1967, is an African American poet. Yes, African American poet. novelist, short story writer, and playwright. Multifaceted genius, as he was. His first book of poetry, The Weary Blues, was first published in 1926. Okay, and his first novel, Not Without Laughter, in 1930. Several things are there, details about him. Go through it once again and understand. An African American poet writing about his injustice, the injustice he had to meet with in his life, and the wall of injustice rose between him and his dream, achieving his dream. And he wants to fight it, and he believes strongly that, optimistically, that once achieved, it will shine like thousands of suns shining together. That's our poem. Once again, watch the video once again, twice again. Read the poem also. And if there's any doubt remaining, let me know it. I will clarify. Thank you.